This defensive style is to bring five or more, and with man-minded, you're going to need corners. How does it, from a quality and quantity standpoint, how does it?
I think it all helps when IB's back out here and IB's healthy and he's in a good place like he is right now. It kind of all starts with IB. And he's certainly had his setbacks, but IB, Nias has played a lot of football. We're really trying to get Mackey and Bijan Parker to where they continue to grow. Mackey's a young guy that we redshirted last year. That's more of a coverage guy. We've got five corners. We can always move Gurgle to corner. We can move Lee Crosby to corner. But we've got some depth, and we actually have a couple corners coming in. So, that's it, though. It's one-on-one, and we try to challenge them every day out here with everybody watching one-on-one. But we've got more numbers than we had. It's better than it was a few years ago when we couldn't even play man. And we only had about 4 DBs we could put out there at one time. So it's a little bit better.
How was it just having the seniority and all the veterans out there on the defensive side, like specifically Lee Crosby?
I think it helps all those older guys because they all love to play football. That's the first thing. You can have older guys that have accumulated bad habits, or you can have older guys that are kind of trying to get to the finish line. But we've got older guys that are absolutely hungry and want to get better. And that's the most encouraging thing. There's not a guy out here that I'd say loves football more than Lee Crosby. We've got a lot that are legitimately in his category, but Lee Crosby loves football. He's a contact player. We play him at nickel, which sometimes turns into a linebacker. He's had a little bit of a health issue this spring. He hasn't been able to go full speed, but Lee Crosby's a guy, again, we were able to redshirt, and he's a good player for us.
Blair Manley would be that fifth guy you talked about.
I don't know who's third, fourth, and fifth, really. We've got Blair Manley, Bijan Parker, and Mackey. Right now maybe we'd move somebody else there if something happened. So it's still kind of just a work in progress. But Mackey's made a little stride. Blair Manley has made a little bit of a stride here, and we've really tried to challenge him daily, and he really kind of embraces that. I've been pleased to see that he'll step up and take the challenge.
So with Wiggins gone, who's gonna step in and fill that kick return spot?
Yeah, fortunately we do have some guys with some speed and some explosiveness. Gibson will be the first one back there, Terrion Gibson, and then Chestnut. I think it'll be Gip and Chestnut right off the bat. We've got a lot of guys kind of, Matt Corrals when he's fully healthy. We got a lot of potential guys. The thing is that Wiggins did it in the game over and over and over. And that was his comfort zone right there, those kickoff returns. But, we've invested a lot of time. I would think we've invested as much time on kickoff return as any team in the country over the last several years. So it'll be kind of neat to see, And then we got a freshman coming in that, again, he's a freshman and he's not here yet. It's probably just wishful thinking. We've got a guy out of Huntsville that was really good at it.
Perfect. And then I guess Woodhouse. You see him playing both sides of the ball. Is he the only guy playing both sides?
Right now, we've got a couple guys we're looking at. Again, we've got different pieces of the puzzle on this team. We have more pieces than we've had. It's just trying to utilize each guy. Right now, Woodhouse is special teams, offense, and some defense. And we're looking at a couple other guys too that I think can maybe just help us in specific spots.
Will you do anything with Cole to manage his reps? I know health is going to be a big issue for him, and you want to have him for a full season. What about his health at that new position?
I think probably the worst thing we could do is, start kind of keeping a pitch count on Cole. He redshirted last year. It's hard to coach that way, and it's hard to play that way in football. Maybe in baseball it's pretty easy to do, but in football it's really, because the pitch count, that one specific play sometimes doesn't matter if it was the third play or the 33rd play, as long as you use good judgment and you're smart. So it's time to cut Cole loose and let Cole play.
Yeah. Take what may.
That's what it is. That's what this game is, because when you tippy-toe, usually that's when bad. And he'll never tippy-toe. But we're smart, we're smart, and we'll we'll know how to utilize him to the very best of his abilities. You know, sometimes you're like a kid in a candy store with Cole, where you try to do too many different things with him because of the big body. So we've already started the process of kind of maybe eliminating some things we thought we might do and just really focusing on the things that we know he can most help this team with. Yeah. Okay, man?
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Bob.